I'm in downtown Lafayette, which is filled with small businesses that people would normally be flocking to. But due to the stay-at-home order being extended, these small businesses are now worried about their future. It looks like the violence that was in D.C. has made its way here to Tippecanoe County, unfortunately. The Lafayette Police Department got a call around 4 o'clock today that here where I'm at right now, the Tippecanoe County Democratic headquarters had bullets shot at. You can see behind me right here, there's police in there. They're seeing what's going on. But as I was driving over here, I saw a neighborhood and I wanted to take you around through there. I am parked right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and unpark and flip my camera around. And right in front of me, as you can see, is Hillside Lane. Now I'm gonna take you through the neighborhood. You can see these roads are not the best. They've probably been plowed. You can see kind of where a snow plow has been through. High-rises like this one have proven to be popular with students. However, the Area Plan Commission and the city are putting a hold on high-rises being built in West Lafayette. Normally this greenhouse would be filled with plants, but due to the high demand and first-time gardeners, it's currently empty. Pigs! 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 Music classes have been given a tough task during the pandemic.
It's kind of a tough situation with music, teaching it in schools right now with COVID because of singing and sterilizing of instruments. 5, 6, 7, 8.
But that hasn't stopped Van Rensselaer Elementary School music teacher Tammy Craig from providing her students with a music education.
One day I was scrolling the internet and I saw 2 college students playing a set of pigs. And I thought, wow, that's kind of cool. And so I thought, well, if 2 college students can do it, we certainly can do it with an entire classroom of children.
And from there, Tammy began collecting rubber pigs with squeakers in them.
We have different colored pigs, 2 different kinds of pigs, and baby pigs. And they all make different sounds.
And according to the school's principal, this new way of teaching music has been a squealing good time.
We've had classrooms that have demanded for me to show up to hear their performance. And so she will text me and I will say I'm on my way and I will show up, and the kids just have these big grins on their faces and are just ready to perform. So it's been really fun.
While keeping music class fun was a priority, so was making it educational.
They have to keep beats, learn to know when they play, and so on and so forth. So it's been a great thing for the kids to do, fun, but still they didn't have to give up a lot of that music experience because of COVID.
And keeping things as normal as possible has been a goal of the elementary school in this twisting tale of a year that we call 2020. Through
all the guidelines and things that we've been able to do, we've been able to give our kids the same experience, just a little bit more.
The very first case of COVID-19 in Tippecanoe County was announced back in March. The man who was diagnosed with the disease was in Florida at the time. Today, his family and friends welcomed him home for the first time since he has recovered. I had the opportunity to talk with Rob Cochin, who shared what it was like recovering from COVID-19. It was a warm welcome and a sweet surprise for Rob Cochin and his wife, Carol.
I didn't know I knew so many people.
Rob's family and neighborhood surprised him with a welcome home gathering. But this welcome home is something Rob himself wasn't sure was going to happen.
I was put on a ventilator and was on there for 23 days. And I'm told that very few, if any, survive, especially I'm 68 years old.
After Rob was put on a ventilator, he had a long road ahead before his recovery.
While I was on the ventilator, I coded 3 times. My heart stopped 3 times, and they brought me back. And one of the times that they were doing CPR, they broke a rib and it punctured my lung.
Even though he had complications, he eventually overcame COVID-19.
It's been quite a journey, but, you know, glad we're home.
A journey he feels wouldn't have ended the way it did without his faith and his family.
They have a sign at the hospital, and it says, God heals, we help. And the staff firmly believes that, and I firmly believe that too. So
it's a happy ending to a battle with a disease many are still fighting today.
This was definitely a miracle, and he's had many of the medical professionals in Florida and here say that I mean, when you look at his numbers, when you look at his labs, when you look at all of that, there's just no doubt that this was a miracle.
Correctional facilities are where offenders go to serve time for the crimes they have committed. However, many inmates have underlying health conditions, including addiction. A new program at the Tippecanoe County Jail is working to rehabilitate offenders so they can obtain the redemption many of them have never been given the opportunity to receive. For several inmates in the Tippecanoe County Jail, this isn't their first time behind bars.
I've been in and out of trouble for most of my life, my adult life.
Being in county jails, California, Oregon, Oklahoma, Washington State here.
However, this is the first time they have ever received substance abuse and mental health services while serving their time.
I've never, since 1992 of messing up, have ever seen anything like this.
Usually jail walls are a place for punishment, but a new program at the Tippecanoe County Jail is using offenders' time for rehabilitation. All 6 of the inmates I had an opportunity to talk to are taking part in the Quality 360 Healthcare Alliance program, which started at the Tippecanoe County Jail August of last year. Many of them have suffered from addiction since a young age.
I've struggled with addiction since I was 11 years old, and then I started out with methamphetamine, and then through medical issues and stuff, I turned to heroin.
My drug use started when I was about 8 years old. And it started out on a lighter note with just marijuana and cigarettes.
I had ADHD and they gave me Adderall as a kid, and I just started off with Adderall and then gradually moved towards the meth and stimulants.
And addressing the start of these inmates' addiction is where this program begins.
For me, the most important thing is meeting the patient where they're at, being able to let them know that they still have a chance, and there's something that we can offer them. There's a program that's going to serve them, that's tailor-made to them.
Q360 has contracts in 20 counties throughout the state of Indiana and is fully running in about 11. The Tippecanoe County Jail has the largest program, which served 80 men and women last year alone.
And if you've got that conviction, then it's harder to get a job, it's harder to get a driver's license, it's harder to rent an apartment, it's harder, it just sets up all these stumbling blocks for the rest of your life. So if we could get people taken out of the criminal justice system and into a recovery process, then we have the greatest opportunity to impact lives.
And taking this new approach is what has resonated with so many of the offenders in the program.
With this program, I learned to really look at myself and where I went wrong, not where the world was wrong. And doing that, I was able to take responsibility for my own actions.
If I would have had this chance when I was younger, maybe I wouldn't have reincarcerated as many times as I have. It's been a dead time every other time, just in here and wait till my time gets out, and you don't learn anything. With this, I know the steps to take when I get out so I can better myself.
This program came, and it was like an answer to my prayers. And it was something that I could do so my time here wasn't in vain, so that I was gonna go out with a foundation and relying on me and God and the resources that I have around me.
Resources the program will continue to provide these individuals once their time has been served.
Being able to connect them with the community providers and having relationships with community providers is how we're going to be most successful in the long run.
This program is 100% grant funded, meaning it doesn't cost taxpayer dollars to provide. Along with that, offenders don't receive time off their sentence for taking part. The nonprofit is currently studying how this program is affecting recidivism and its overall success.